Hello, it's Burgess Taylor, and today we're going to be talking about The Artist's Way. How many times have I talked about The Artist's Way? The Artist's Way is a book by Julia Cameron. It's a spiritual path to higher creativity. It is about recovering and discovering your creative self. To me, it's about rediscovering creativity, about opening the door to creativity, how to live a more creative life. And it's for anyone. It could be for an artist, for a non-artist, a lawyer, a homemaker, a school teacher, a musician, a filmmaker. Artist doesn't have to be just what you normally think of as a painter or a illustrator, a sketch artist, a writer. It can be any number of things. There are all different kinds of creativity. And this is actually a 12-week self-guided course. I have done this more than one time. I've actually been through it a whole time, and then I've attempted it a couple of different times. This time around, I got the workbook. The workbook is used. It is huge. And this is my morning pages journal. I've had another one of these. I did this. I like to have pretty notebooks, journals for my morning pages. I've done the Wizard of Oz journal for it. I've done one just like this. I've done others. I have used a composition notebook, and I love composition notebooks. But since converting to fountain pens, I find that writing in a composition notebook is not quite conducive to writing with a fountain pen. So we're going to talk about The Artist's Way. I'm going to talk about the introduction, and this is my week 1 check-in for The Artist's Way. In the introduction, which I think is very important, so to me, you could actually do The Artist's Way in 13 weeks if you covered the introduction in one separate week. You can actually do the introduction in your first week if you want, so you could keep it at 12 weeks. But in the introduction, she goes over the contract for The Artist's Way. She also covers the tools, which would be the morning pages, the artist dates, the affirmations, the tasks. List them as 3 main tools. I have them listed as 4 because I think individually they're important. I think The Artist's Way is a really good way to get back in the practice of self-care. To get back in the practice of journaling, morning pages is a really good way to journal if you have not been journaling for a long time. Morning pages, I have found in the beginning I resisted. I did them in the evenings a lot. I mixed them up. Evening pages is a recap of your day, and your mind is in a different place than in the morning. I do morning pages and evening pages. I don't do both every single day. There are some days when I don't get to the morning pages. There are some days when I don't get to the evening pages. There are some days when I don't get to either one. But I do try every day to do morning pages. Morning pages are supposed to be, according to Cameron, 3 longhand pages of stream of consciousness. When she says longhand, like a notebook, like a letter size, regular, what would be in a composition notebook, that would be one page of that. She has a lot of quotes from other people, and there are a lot of affirmations in there. What this boils down to for me is creativity is a lifestyle. It's a way of living. It's manifested by using your imagination, by your deep inner self, by being in tune with your creativity. And in order to exercise that creativity, Julia Cameron gives you a lot of different things to use to utilize your creativity, to get back your creativity, get back your mojo. Or if you've never really thought about it, or it's been a very long time about being creative, maybe you were once a creative person and you no longer are creative. It's a good way to get back to being creative. Personally, I think we all have a little bit of at least a little bit of creativity within us, and I think we use that creativity in various ways, from quilting to knitting to crocheting to DIY projects to landscaping to planting gardens to self-care to all different kinds of things. There are many different ways that we can express our creativity. Some people reupholster furniture, some people revamp furniture, refurbish old furniture, there are all different kinds of ways to be creative. So the very first week is about recovering your sense of safety. And she goes through a lot of different areas, and I'm just going to talk about mine and what I've learned this week. This has been a really off week for me. There have been some family things going on. That big C word that people dread hearing when you go to the doctor. Not me, family member. We got good news, bad news. So we're working on all of that. But I think I took a comment, maybe I took it wrong, maybe I took it right. Somebody got a good laugh out of how I pronounce Tomaway river paper. Tomo river paper. I was calling it Tomoho river paper because when you look at it, T-O is two or toe, M-O-E is mo or moo, depending on how you look at it. So I guess it is Tomaway, which does not look right at all when I look at that. But my comment was, thank you so much for your kind and compassionate correction of my pronunciation. After I made the comment, and I'm not going to delete the comment, but after I made the comment back, it got me to thinking about the letter to the editor and about how I felt when I was younger and people made fun of me. When they made fun of me for drawing, or they made fun of me for writing stories, when they made fun of me for being a nerd, when they made fun of me for being the teacher's pet, when they made fun of me for paying attention to the reading group when we were in the middle of math, for always having a book and always having my face in a book, or always having a notebook and always writing in a notebook. All my life I've been different. All my life I've been a little odd, a little quirky. I've been a creative person. I've been, yeah, the black sheep. And that's okay. In the middle of a crowd of people with a bunch of white shirts on, I'm going to be the one with the black shirt or the red shirt on, or the purple shirt. And it's okay to be different. It's okay to be different. And it's okay to mispronounce things. If you want to correct somebody's pronunciation, be kind, be considerate, use constructive criticism. If you want to help somebody be more creative, be creative yourself. Show by example. So my letter to the editor would have been much different at the end of this week than it would have been at the beginning of this week. At the beginning of this week, regardless of what was going on, I was trying to maintain a very positive attitude. I was trying to feed my soul by being more creative. I was trying to focus my anxiety towards being creative so that I wasn't overwhelmed with all of the feelings and the anxiety and the nervousness and the angst that I had over the family situation. And that one comment making fun of me, like I said, I'm glad that they got a laugh. I've seen and heard, I don't know how many people in videos mispronounce words, the loistrum. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And because so many people pronounce it so many different ways, it's kind of hard to know which way is the correct way to pronounce it. And that's okay. It's okay. We're all human. You know, so my letter to the editor would be much different because if I'd have read that in the beginning, I would have gotten upset. It would have made me upset. At the end of the week, reading it this morning, I realized I'm in a different place. Being kind, being compassionate, gets you a lot further. Yeah. If I were to talk to that person back in elementary school that I used to be, now I would tell them what we usually tell people: ignore their comments. Sometimes ignoring works, sometimes it doesn't. I would tell that elementary school kid that it's okay to be different, that being different means you are unique and special, and you don't have to be and don't want to be like everybody else. Be yucky and boring and ordinary, and instead be extraordinary. Be you. Be special. Be unique. 1, recovering a sense of safety. I'm in a safe place. Week 2 is recovering a sense of identity, and I will have another video next Sunday. I hope that you have a good week, and I will see you again Monday with a coffee chat. Bye, all.